Hey guys, today we're going to review BMW 330i 2018. This car is a rear wheel drive. It has 4 cylinders linear, and also it's got 248 horsepower. It does 23 miles per gallon. Well, I suppose that is on the highway because when I drive this car around it usually gives me 24.7. Although I'm a bit of an aggressive driver, so I suppose if you drive it nicely you can get a better mileage out of it. But I mean 24.56 still pretty good. Now I've pulled up all the options here, and this version is a top of the line edition. It's got everything: backup camera, adaptive cruise control, which is an option, anti-theft system, auto off headlights, rear parking aid, which is optional also, hands-free lift gate, optional, steering wheel controls, and heated steering wheel, which is optional. This specific version doesn't have it. Now this top of the line edition has the heated seats, which I was surprised, honestly. I used to drive a lot of cars, and when I got my own BMW 2014 edition, it didn't have heated seats, and it amazed me because I expected the BMW would make their cars, even the base models, with heated seats, but apparently that is not the case. But this top of the line edition comes with the heated seats, which is of course an option that you gotta pay for extra. Well, of course it got a sunroof. I mean, my car has that too. I suppose the base model comes with the sunroof too. Heads up display, which I love it, and I'm gonna show you later in this video. It's got the automatic parking, which is optional, adaptive cruise control, rear parking aid, which is an option, hands-free lift gate option, and the tires, you can get a bunch of options like performance tires, aluminum wheels, and tire pressure monitoring system, which I love it. And later when I'm gonna show you all the connected drive system and the infotainment system in BMW, I'm gonna show you how you can access that and check your tire pressure without even doing anything physically outside the car, which is really interesting in my opinion. Now this car comes with a backup camera too, which is quite obvious, and in addition to backup camera, all the sensors around the car can show you every object that is in front of you and behind the car. So when you're parking your car, or when you're trying to pull up on a driveway or whatever, you're not gonna worry about just looking at your blind spots and all of that. The car's gonna tell you on your infotainment system what's around you, every single object. It kind of reminds me of a radar, but it's pretty interesting actually. When I drive like the S-Class Mercedes, well, that's a luxury car, and it has all the options you want, all the luxury you want. And when you go to Camaro, well, it's extremely sporty. And then, well, Hyundai and Toyota, that's just, your entry level cars. But what I like about BMW is that it gives you a sense of luxury with all the options you have, but it's also a little bit of a sports sedan. So when you drive a 3 Series, you get the feel that you can have fun with it. You can drift a little bit, you can go fast, you can rev it, you can do all of that, and at the same time, you're in a luxury car. You can pull up on a stoplight, and the car's quiet. Everything is nice. You get lower gas mileage than a Camaro, of course, and it makes a noise. It does everything you want. That's why I like it a lot. I enjoy driving a BMW, and if I had to choose another car to buy besides my own 328, I would still go for a higher series of BMW. But I don't advise buying a new 2018 BMW 3 Series because the new body is coming out in a few weeks, and if you just want to wait for that, that's gonna be a smart move, because if you buy this one new, when that car hits the market, the price on this one is gonna go down by a lot. So I suppose if you get it used in a month or two, then that'd be a really good idea. I hope you enjoyed this section of the video. We're going to be looking at the infotainment system, connected drive, and I'm going to show you the rest of the interior, and then we're going to go out of the car, look around the car, and also drive it a little bit around the city. So guys, back to the iDrive system. They added a lot of new features. Even the iDrive, the knob, it changed. It has a touchpad here, which is really interesting. It's extremely interesting. Now if you go to navigation, for example, now you can go down to enter new destination, and then when you want to enter address, you can talk to it, or if you want to type it, you can simply just do this on the touchpad and write what you want to write, which I'm just drawing circles here. Or you can do voice control.
Please say the desired city or town.
Plano.
Plano was selected. Please say the street.
And it just does whatever you ask them to do. When you go to Connected Drive, you can use the apps, the smartphone apps, or you can just go down and find whatever app you want to find, or you can just simply go on the net and search what you want to see. Or news, you can just go under. It takes a while to load it. I would expect them to make that faster, but gets the job done. And you can just do top news and look, everything comes up. Just read whatever you want to read. And vehicle information, just like any other BMW, you can just go to vehicle status. And now they added the tire pressure thing, which is really interesting. You can basically just go down, oil, check control for service, and basically everything else you expect in a BMW. You can see your notifications, and you can change music, call people, get your text messages and everything, which I think is really interesting. And here, what they added is if I turn off the light, might be more visitor, and choose your songs, which is really interesting. It shows you the directions when you're driving, and trust me, it looks way bigger if you look at it directly with your own eyes. And you have these buttons down here for lane assist, forward collision. So now we're going to be looking at the sensors and the backup camera. What you're seeing right now is the sensor on the left side. It shows you how close you are to the wall. So if you're parking at your garage or even at an apartment complex, you can be aware of how close you are to the wall, front and back of the car, so you don't get to hit the wall. And on the right side, there's a camera that can show you going back, which is just a normal backup camera. Now, the new BMW actually has a new key, which happens to be a red one. Like, it has the red line going around it, which I happen to like a lot. Because, you know, all the other BMWs usually have just a normal black key. And also, they happen to change the shifter. It kind of looks different in this model. In addition to that, there's the new iDrive knob that is touchpad, which it wasn't like that up until 2015. And then we have the parking sensor button. It automatically activates when you put it in reverse, but you can also use that. And then you have the Sports and Eco Pro, and then Sports Plus in this one. And then of course you can turn off the traction by putting it in Sports Plus. And then that's your infotainment system one more time. You can do all kinds of stuff. You can go to Eco Pro, and then there's the efficient dynamics that can tell you how much gas you're using. And then we have Sports Mode and Sports Plus, which turns off the traction. And then you have the Sports Display, which shows you the horsepower and pound-feet of torque that you're hitting at the moment. And then that's a beautiful BMW steering wheel and all the gorgeous lighting that they put in. Just in general, the car looks beautiful. We have the orange theme going on throughout the car. And then we have the gauges, which some might say is kind of outdated. Most of the cars have now integrated LED type of setup, but BMW still use the analog, just classical gauges. But the 2019 model actually has the LED type of setup. And then if I turn off the lights here, you can see the heads-up display. which we talked about it earlier too, but I'm just gonna show you again one more time with a better focus. You can change your songs, you can get directions, you can do pretty much everything you want. And there's the lane assist in between your gauges. You have the glove box over there, and pretty much a normal BMW setup. Now we're gonna take the car out and drive it on the road, see how it goes. Stay tuned. Now here I'm using the paddle shifters, so I'm trying to make sure y'all can hear the voice. It's in sports mode right now, but the traction's still on. As you can see, you don't really have to push this car. It's pretty quick. You can reach high speeds even next to it, just normal freeway in a regular city. One of the things I like about this car is that this car is really subtle. Like when you stop at a stoplight, you don't hear that much noise, that much just stuff going on. Like the car's quiet, you're kind of isolated from everything around you, and it gives you a luxury feeling. And when you just press down on the gas, when you push down on the gas, then the engine starts making a noise, which kind of gives you the sports sedan feeling. But the interior and everything going on in there, especially when you're just like, not moving at all, it kind of gives you that luxury feeling that you would expect from this price tag. And you can see as we're approaching the stoplight, I'm turning on the lights. Even the lights turn on gradually and give you a sense of, more luxuriousness. That's the infotainment system, gives you the miles per gallon and the famous BMW navigation setup, which has been updated. Now, if you see, it shows you like all the one-way roads. Then again, at the stoplight, not much going on. There's also the beautiful heads-up display once again. And I think I'm gonna change the song one more time for you. Now I specifically did this video at night because the beautiful orange interior of this car really matches the lights of the city itself. And I'm just gonna show you the exterior of the car. Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Support the channel. And thank you again. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for future videos.